Welcome back to Aya the Alchemist, the space for personal development and self-improvement to change your life into gold. Today we're going to delve into a very delicate subject that we all deal with in our lives: loyalty. Loyalty, a virtue that can be both a strength and a weakness. And to illustrate this, we'll look at a real-life example of HeatherGay from the popular reality TV show, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Specifically, we'll explore the intricate dynamics of HeatherGay's ride-or-die loyalty towards her former friend and co-star Jen Shah. As we unravel their story, let's reflect on our own relationships and the lengths we go to prove our loyalty. So buckle up as we break down the complexities of friendship, loyalty, and the blurry lines where loyalty becomes a fault. You won't regret it! We were introduced to Heather's and Jen's relationship as a bubbly and fun friendship with a lot of highs and lows. Jen supported Heather's beauty lab as a loyal customer and tried to set Heather up with the new type of men she liked after leaving the Mormon church. But we also saw how Jen's pressure on Heather to be her ride-or-die bestie took a heavy toll on their friendship, with Jen having multiple temper tantrums and trash-talking about Heather behind her back. There were also speculations that Heather's infamous black eye was done by Jen, but Heather always gave a vague explanation about how she got the black eye. Well, her vagueness has finally cleared, and she dramatically confessed during the Season 4 finale of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City that Jen gave her the black eye. She felt she had to lie for her former friend to prove her unyielding loyalty. I was shocked with Heather's confession, not because I couldn't believe it, but because I thought she would never reveal what really happened that night. I am happy for her that she finally did it. Inspired by Heather's ride-or-die personality and storyline, let's tackle the question of how to know if you are loyal to a fault. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on new content. Now, let's have a look at how a ride-or-die loyalty can backfire. Definition of loyal to a fault. Being loyal to a fault refers to an excessive or unwavering commitment to a person, relationship, cause, or idea, to the extent that it becomes detrimental to one's own well-being. While loyalty is generally considered a positive trait, being loyal to a fault implies that the loyalty is taken to extremes, leading to negative consequences for the individual involved. Knowing when you are loyal to a fault involves self-awareness and recognizing signs that your loyalty may be negatively impacting your well-being. Let me give you some indicators that you are loyal to a fault, which may affect you negatively. Number 1. Ignoring red flags. If you consistently overlook or dismiss harmful behavior from others because of your loyalty, it might be a sign of blind devotion. Based on Jen Shah's and HeatherGay's friendship, there were more than enough red flags. Number 2. Compromising personal values. If your loyalty leads you to compromise your core values or engage in unethical behavior, it's a red flag. Heather seems to have lied about the fact that she didn't know how she got the black eye for a while, and I'm not sure if Heather is the type to believe in lying. Number 3. Enduring toxic relationships and persisting despite harm. Staying in relationships that are toxic, abusive, or detrimental to your mental and emotional health, despite knowing better, suggests loyalty to a fault. Heather and Jen had super high highs, but also super low lows, which rather seemed unbalanced. I cannot say how Heather felt emotionally when she heard all the rude stuff Jen said behind her back while she was upset with her, but their dynamic reminded me a little of this point. Number 4. Feeling obligated. If you feel an overwhelming sense of obligation to be loyal, even when it negatively impacts your happiness and well-being, it may be unhealthy. Like already mentioned in the beginning, Heather said she felt she had to lie for her former friend about her ending up with a black eye to prove her unyielding loyalty. Number 4. Fear of confrontation. If you avoid addressing issues or expressing your true feelings due to a fear of confrontation or upsetting others, your loyalty might be misguided. I remember that Heather repeatedly said, "Snitches get stitches," and that she doesn't know what will happen when she said what she believed really happened, instead of just confronting the situation in person head-on. In our day-to-day lives, recognizing these signs is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships and personal well-being. Now, let's sum up our exploration. As HeatherGay's compelling narrative continues to unfold, it's crucial to remember that there's always more than one side to the story. Yes, loyalty is admirable and often the backbone of many strong relationships. But as we've seen, it can also lead us down a path that's not always in our best interests. So, what's the antidote to being loyal to a fault? How can we balance our commitments without compromising our well-being? Firstly, it's important to set boundaries. Loyalty doesn't mean self-sacrifice. It's okay to say no when something doesn't feel right. If Heather had set boundaries with Jen, she might not have found herself in such a precarious situation. Secondly, always prioritize your mental health. If a relationship is causing you undue stress or anxiety, it might be time to reconsider your level of commitment. Remember, it's okay to walk away if it's for your own good. Thirdly, don't ignore the red flags. If you're consistently overlooking or dismissing harmful behavior, it's time to reassess. Lastly, don't be afraid of confrontation. If something doesn't sit right with you, address it head-on. Heather's fear of confrontation only prolonged her suffering. In our day-to-day lives, recognizing these signs of being loyal to a fault is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships and personal well-being. Now, let's sum up our exploration. As we navigate through the complexities of loyalty with HeatherGay's compelling story, it becomes clear that loyalty, while admirable, can sometimes take unexpected turns. Recognizing when loyalty becomes a burden is crucial for our well-being. Whether it's ignoring red flags, compromising personal values, enduring toxic relationships, feeling obligated, or fearing confrontation, these indicators serve as guiding lights. In our day-to-day lives, let's strive for a balance between loyalty and self-care. Loyalty with clarity and purpose can uplift our connections, but blind loyalty may cast shadows on our path. This exploration is not a diagnosis, but an invitation for self-reflection. Please join the conversation. Share your insights. What are your thoughts on loyalty? Have you ever felt loyal to a fault, or perhaps witnessed it in others? Share your experiences and perspectives in the comments below. And before you leave, subscribe, like, and explore more of my videos. If you found this exploration valuable, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and check out my last video about newbie and breakout star Monica Garcia and her iconic come-up. Lastly, let's continue to transform our lives into gold. Until next time, I am the Alchemist.